What's up, everybody? I'm here with another book review. This time I want to talk about Camp Fear from the Shivers series. Before I get started, I am still sick. I actually got a cough drop in my mouth because I tried to record this like 3 times already and I just could not stop coughing. But I just want to get this, hurry up, and knock this out of the way because I'm tired of looking at this book. This is probably one of my least favorite books in the series. It's not my least favorite because there is one that I think is worse than this, but this is probably down there. This is a very bad book. But yeah. Let's take a look at the cover art. Very cool. You got these guys in this what do you call that? Like a mine or whatever. You got this bloody bucket, cool skeletons. Very cool cover. Love this. The story itself follows two main girls, Lindsay and Jamie, but there's also two other girls that they get paired with. Jamie and Lindsay are friends from like childhood. Well, they're still kids, but they're really good friends. And they're going to Camp Armok for like a week. I think it is. It's like 3 days and 2 nights or something. They describe it. I don't know. I literally forgot a lot about this book. I had to look at this website called or it was a blog called Gnarly Book Reviews. So huge shout out to that person if they're still around doing reviews. You helped me out a lot because I forgot probably 80% of this book until I actually looked at that review. Because this is not a memorable one. I'm not gonna remember this whenever I get done with done with it. Sorry. Yeah, that cough is very bad. But anyway, it follows Jamie and Lindsay. They're going to this camp, and they got this teacher named Miss Stuff. I forgot what her name is, but they're going to this camp, and they're hoping to get paired with these other three friends that they have, but they end up getting paired with these other two girls. And one's name is Chelsea, who is just snobby, arrogant girl, and Molly, who is just a nerd, shy girl with glasses. Nothing to write home about, but yeah. So they get to camp and they get paired with these two, and immediately trouble starts because Molly loses her glasses. She's under the porch looking for them. Not the porch. Yeah, I guess it's under the porch, and she hears what she thinks is a snake. Chelsea takes his coat hanger and moves it under the floorboards and scares Molly and the rest, and making her think it was a snake. The next day, they're at this thing and they throw rocks to scare the girls back. It's really stupid. Um, they get a map and they end up going into the mountains to go explore. There's this like very vague um, geology thing that they're trying to do for like some kind of science project. It's not explained. I actually looked at that on the Gnarly Book Review too. But I was like, I don't even know what they were studying. But anyway, they go. They climb up the mountain. They run into some snakes. They run back, and Chelsea takes off and leaves them by themselves. Um, that night, they're in the cabin, and they hear like scraping on the outside of the cabin. They go outside and they see this thing that says "Stay away from my M." And the Lindsay or Jamie, they're both the same thing. They're both the same person. At this point, none of these characters really have any characteristics. Chelsea's the most characteristic person in this, and I think I like Chelsea the most because she was just annoying, whatever. Um, but anyway, the Lindsay girl just thinks that they're telling her to stay away from the mine that they seen when they went up in the mountain. They saw this mine that said "keep out." I forgot to mention that. Probably should have. Major plot, whatever. So they end up going. Lindsay ends up talking them into going back up to the mountain and going into the mine. And yeah, they go in there, and that's about the gist of this book. The rest of it, I can't even tell you how we got all these pages filled with words because I think I could have wrote this in about 30 pages. I mean, probably not even that. Um, but yeah, they go into the mine. We do see some ghost stuff. This girl levitates. Nothing really happens. There's like a vague thing about some treasure. There's not much here. This wasn't good. This isn't a great book. Um, Honestly, probably one of my least favorite. This not my least favorite book in the series, but it's very, very close. There is not a lot that's going to be above this, it's, in terms of being worse. But yeah, Camp Fear from the Shiver series. If you're like a diehard collector, buy this. But like me, you know, but if you're not, I wouldn't worry about this. This is one you could skip. I'm sure that some of you would say skip all the Shivers books, but yeah, I am enjoying some of these that I read through, but this wasn't one of them. This took me like 3 weeks to read. I think I might be exaggerating. I was sick for a majority of this too, which didn't help. Coming home after a long day of work, being sick and not feeling good, and then pulling out this to read was not very fun. But yeah, Camp Fear, I'd probably give it like a 2 out of 5 stars. The only reason I'm giving it a 2 is because the climax was actually not terrible. We got these like ghostly voices, canteens going missing. That happens a little earlier. But yeah, um, 2 out of 5 stars for me. And that the only reason I give it that is because of the ghostly stuff. But the rest of it, yeah, you can get rid of it. Um, yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.